You are not losing because of bad strategy. You are losing because of bad belief. They show you the Lambos, the Ferrari, the money without showing you the dark side of trading. In this video, I will expose 7 deadly lies that keep 90% of traders stuck and how you can break through from them. Most traders think they need to be in the market every time to make money, but the truth is, you are already draining your account fast. If you think you are actually trying to do that, you are only trying to increase your chance of making mistakes. You are giving yourself more fees, more stress, and you are not improving your head. You are only playing a game of chances. Think about it. Every time you enter a market, you are taking on risk. Trading isn't about activities, it's about your accuracy. The best traders don't chase setup, they wait for market to come back to their point of entry. Here is a trick to save yourself from it. The first thing you have to do is what? Try to find an high probability setup, build a plan, stick to the plan, and after sticking to the plan, make sure that if you don't see a good trade or a good entry in your zone, leave the market alone. Don't overstress yourself on things that are of high possibility. Trading is of low possibility initially, but if you are improving or trying to find your way or trying to make sure you enter a trade, that way you are actually weakening yourself down. Do you want to know the next trap? The next lie? It is the trap of the mindset. Even veteran traders fall for this. Another lie they told you is that you need to be right 80% of the time to win. But the truth is, most traders and even profitable traders, they don't actually have up to that percent of winning. Because even if you have an 80% win rate and you are not good in trading or you don't know the right thing you have to have, at the end of the day, if you have a losing trade, you end up losing all the capital. But there is one thing you have to do every time. If you know you just need even a 40% win rate is enough for you to actually grow your account. Professional traders don't really have high percent of win. They only make sure that they have a solid risk to reward ratio. When your risk to reward ratio is strong enough, it will actually save your account from losses you make. Imagine, for example, you every time you place on a trade and you are consistent, you're placing a trade with probably $2, $3, or okay, let us say you are placing a trade with maybe $20, which is $20, and you are targeting 1 to 3 risk to reward ratio, which is like every time you risk $3, you make 3 risk to reward ratio. That's like that's $90 for every $30 you risk. Imagine you have an account of maybe $1,000, and at the end of the day, probably you win 3 trades and you lose 4 trades. If you calculate the amount you discover that you are still in profit. So the best thing you have to do is don't focus too much on chasing 90%, 80% win trade or like that. Just make sure you have a solid risk to reward ratio that can save you every time you are entering into the market. Some traders think setting stop loss is a sign of weakness, but do you know that skipping them is the fastest way to grow your account also? Letting trades breathe sounds good also, until the market turns against you without a stop loss. You don't just take loss, you take beating. Because one mistake you make, because we are all humans, we are prone to mistake. Imagine you making one trade mistake, and at the end of the day, you just discover that all your profits you've been making go up in flame. Even pros trader put stop loss. You can see people like the popular crypto trader James Wayne. He also took losses. Losses are not just for beginners. It's not for maybe you have a small account. This means that you can take loss. No, even if you are a pro, you have a huge account that can sustain the market. Why would you not want to put stop loss? Because imagine you are in a market whereby your stop loss, instead of your stop loss to be 500, and let us look at Ethereum for example. You long Ethereum at 4,800, and now Ethereum is around 2000. Imagine if you take that small stop loss, probably Ethereum hit your stop loss at 4000, maybe 4200, you would have been able to long Ethereum as 1600 now and be making a very huge profit. So these are the ways, one of the things you also need to know. But do you want to know the next big lie they say again? The big leverage means big gain. They told you if you use big leverage, you can't buy a Lambo using a big leverage, or you think leverage, increasing your leverage is the best way for you to make millions so quickly on your account, until you discover that that is also another way for you to grow, lose your account in a second. I'm not saying all these things to make you afraid, but the truth is, why would you have to focus on the best aspect of the thing without even wanting to know the bad aspect of it? You as a forex trader, or you as a crypto trader which is using leverage, or a forex trader who is using loss size, you are using a loss size that even your pros are using on their own account, and you're thinking that maybe one day you'll be like them. Look at most of them doesn't just go there one day. They actually build their account bit by bit. Look at this, for example, there are some traders that use an account of 200k account as like a forex trader, and they are using a lot size of 100. That is still manageable, that is still good on that kind of account. But you are, as a person, having an account of maybe like $1000 and you are using like 0.5, or you are using, okay, let's just say you are using like 10 lot size, or you are an account of 1000 and you're using like 100x on your account as a crypto trader. That is also another way to grow your account quickly. All these things are things that you have to take note of. Build your account with discipline, and you will see that after everything, you discover that everything actually works well with each other, gently by gently. And so after some times, over times, you actually grow your account like them and actually be using kind of loss size. Trade like most traders doesn't see trading like a business that they can make profit over time, but actually they want to make profit quickly, and they end up losing. You think you can beat the market alone? Even pros try their best to form a group and try to join communities, and you can't just start learning today and boom to alone. You have to, because trading is kind of boring sometimes. Sometimes you face darkness, and you struggle to become good in it. But the best way for you to grow is by joining people that are already good in this thing. You can find a mentor, find a community whereby you can actually share belief. And we also know that as an human, when we see things people doing, when you are discouraged or find people, probably you are discouraged, if you see people who are doing what are actually trading and doing what you are actually doing, you get more encouragement to do it. And as the life of a trader, the first time you start trading, you can't make it there. Though some people make it then, but at least we all know that 90% of trader fails. And this is also one of the reasons why you have to work with mentors, work with people that has experience into trading already. This way you can actually share belief and grow your capital or grow your lifestyle. Another thing is indicator. People believe that indicators, with it they can actually if they are using the good indicators actually keep secret of what is actually going to happen. There is no secret in the market. Even indicators are laggers. They lag. They only show things they don't show things that happen, but actually they show things that has happened in the past. Indicators can only be used as a confirmation. Don't use indicators as the majors of your trading. You can use indicators as like probably you are back testing, probably you are making analysis. They use indicators to do what? To check for confirmation before entering your trade. The more indicators you use is also going to end up being the one that will beat you down, because indicators, like, trading is hard. That's the truth. If you use more indicators, you are just going to make yourself that most traders, even the best analysts, doesn't make it from trading. It is only those 1% traders, and I'm going to tell you the reason why later. Just tell me in the comment section why people join the 1%, why 90% of traders doesn't make it from it. So these things are one of the things you have to know. And another thing is emotion. Last one is the reality and the dream they told you. They said, oh, if you join trading today, you will become rich. On social media, you read them, and you see some guy saying, oh, I'm a 21 years old child. I started trading 2 years ago, 3 years ago, and now you can see where I am. The truth is, truly trading changes people's lives. But I can still say, and there's evidence that only 90% of people failed while trading, and only 1% actually make it at the end. And why want to trade people that joining the 1%, and these are the things that it takes. The truth is, trading is hard. You cannot deny it. But the better and the more you get used to it, the more you try to understand it, and that is when it becomes a little bit more easier for you to become profitable. Now that you know the 7 dangerous and deadly ideas and lies they told people in trading, I hope if you are interested in building yourself right now, you should click on the like button and subscribe, and turn on the notification button so that you can actually get information and notification whenever we post on this channel. Your future self will like you.